I like this stock for a long term. I like the stock to hold for a long term and see how it does. But right now, guys, on the 1 hour. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Wherever you are, you're welcome to the Trading Success Show. This is your boy Francis. What I'll be doing quickly here is to talk about few stocks that I think also has potential to really push to the upside. I have some positions on them, and I will be adding as momentum kicks in any way the stock pull back to support. I will be adding. This first one here is going to be SOFI, SOFI. One thing I really like the way the stock is actually trading within this channel here, right? So what I'm thinking is, we can bounce right off this area and then try to visit, say the 22 spot or the $20 spot. That is also all right, but we have overhead resistance right around this 16, let's call it 1676, 1680, and then another resistance around the $19 spot. If we can reclaim this area right here, okay, this area, then I think we should be able to push higher on SOFI. I do like this stock in the sense that I want to hold it for a long term. Okay, there's nothing really much here. We have the float here, which is 60 million, and the short float is like 41%. So meaning this stock is heavily shorted, right? So if this stock begin to move, we can get way more than Tesla kind of move on this SOFI, right? To add to that as well, we have the sales as coming in, $500 million with a market cap of 13.76 billion. For me, this is okay, in terms of holding for a long term, except perhaps maybe something happened, the company goes out of business. That is a different case. Coming in, we also have analysts. On June 16, analysts came in to initiate a buy at $30 per share, right? So I'm thinking this will still push higher no matter what. Volume is coming in really heavy on this name. Okay, and next earnings report is scheduled to be August 12th. So I can get some more into these earnings, or I can just hold what I have. But it also still looks good for continuation. I can also still play additional options on SOFI. Take a look at Thinkorswim. This is what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm looking at my momentum beginning to change here, because look at how we got really flat for a while, and then signal comes in to continue the green momentum, right? So I'm looking for something of this kind of nature where we just bounce right off a little bit and then bounce right off into this resistance, right? Okay, so volume came in, but this volume didn't push the stock that much, right? And then a lot of people started buying and buying and buying, but we just keep pushing lower, right? Now into this trend. Look at how we've been holding this support, right? So now volume is coming in, so I'm expecting this to push right through this 17 spot, which is 1678, 17 spot, into this $19 area. That is what I want for this stock to do. Let's get into the option chain and see what people are actually buying, right? Now, this is the option chain, and in this option chain, this is what they are buying actually. Let's go here, SOFI. Okay, now I'm looking at the September. So the September gives you a long term, gives you about 57 days, which is really good in terms of options, right? You need more time, to put in your trade just in case you get in the money. So people are looking at the September 17 $15 calls. That's what they're looking at. On the put side, we have $1.37, $1.41, with a delta of 31. So on this other side, I'm looking at a delta of 69. So in this case, you know, every dollar that the stock moves, you're making 69 cents on it, excuse me. And it costs you $2.95 and $3.05, which is within our criteria of nothing more than 30 cents on your bid and ask, your spread. So right, so pretty much I think this one is also good, which is the $15 call. Right now stock is trading at 1667, 1666. You know, we close at 1656. So the earnings report is bringing in, you know, 42 cents up or down. That is what the stock is bringing based on this value right now. So they think this stock is not going to go, you know, more than $17 once they announce their earnings, right? And the stock is also hard to borrow. So what I'm looking for right here is for the stock to keep pushing higher on this. You can take the equity or you can take the option, it really doesn't matter, but you know, this is the options they are taking. If you want to go out, say 1750, just a dollar, you know, off, or a dollar out of the money, then you're looking like, you know, $1.87, $1.94, which is also within our criteria. And we'll also have, you know, buyers in the name as well. The buyers are also buying these $20 call options, which is at the 124, 117 dollar per that contract. So in other words, multiply this by 100. That is what you're gonna pay. Okay, then your break even, let's take for example the 15. Your break even for the 15 is this $15 this 15 plus whatever you have right here, which is gonna be 18. For example, it's gonna be $18. So the stock need to break, you know, gets to $18 for you to break even. That is the break even price. But in other sense, if the stock continue to push higher, guess what? You're gonna make money as the stock push higher, because we have 60 now 68 right now, right? So every dollar move, this is what you're gonna be getting on this option, right? And you talk about data, that is for advanced, so I wouldn't worry about the data or the Vega right now. It's just this volume and open interest. There's no volume right now because, you know, this is pre-market. So keep an eye on SOFI, guys. I think I like this stock for a long term. I like the stock to hold for a long term and see how it does. But right now, guys, on the 1 hour we are extended, so look for a pullback into this 1625 area, then you can get some. You don't want to be jumping into, you know, the stock when it's, you know, topping out on small time frame. Okay, so keep an eye on this one. You see how we top out here, so we're gonna pull back and then you can get into the trade. Have a fantastic one, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, click on that like button, turn on that notification, and also subscribe. Peace and love. Bye bye, guys.